Let's jump to the war here, and today we're doing another Doomswarm battle, playing as Yvres. We have got 4 full stacks of Knights of Torgaval. So I really respect the amount of effort required to get this, because these are a unit that are locked with unit caps. You would need to have many cities in order to increase your capacity enough to be able to build 4 full stacks of this. We do have a hero attached in each of the armies, but I imagine this is a ground force, maybe on a horse or on a chariot, so that you don't have an entirely flying army, because otherwise you take a constant leadership penalty, which could end up losing the battle even if you're at full strength. We're going up against Wissenland and Nuln, Kislev, Reichland, and Karazakarak simultaneously. This definitely looks like a situation that's been built up by console commands, because this would just never happen naturally. Getting 4 different factions that are allied together against you in one location, that would just never happen. So, we're going to put 3 of these armies under AI control. The battle difficulty, yeah, everything's on maximum there. So we can see we could get a Pyrrhic victory with medium casualties in auto-resolve here. So, I really want to see how well this does with minimal intervention from me. And see if we can get a better result than Pyrrhic victory. Basically, just letting the AI do their own thing here. Let's jump in and see how it goes. Alright, so we want to make sure that our reinforcements take as long as possible to get in so that these guys can set up. Let them be as prepared as possible against us. So 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Alright, we want all of our reinforcements to come in at the same time. So what I'll do is when that's like 3 seconds away from coming in, I'll just bring it in over here. That way they can all come in at the same time. Because yeah, the AI reinforcements, they're... If one army comes in 1 minute into the battle, and the others take 4 minutes to come in, that other army isn't going to wait for them, they're just going to charge right in many cases. So yeah, we'll just sit back here and wait. This will give them some time to get their army organized as well. So in terms of Doomswarm battles, I've tried not to prioritize doing them lately. I haven't done one in a while, largely because I wanted to prioritize the disaster battles. But the last few weeks, there hasn't really been that many disaster battles sent in. So if you do want to see more disaster battles, I'm just asking that you got to send some stuff in, because I can only make disaster battle videos on stuff that you guys actually send me. Maybe you guys are actually getting better at the game and don't actually get yourselves into disaster situations anymore. But yeah, I can't make videos on save files you guys don't send in. Because there's definitely been a few Doom Swarms that have been sent in that I've rejected, just because they're just not particularly interesting based on the feedback that I got from other Doom Swarm battles. But I like the high effort ones, and you guys seem to appreciate those ones as well. Okay, here we go. We're just about ready to go. Alright, bring it in. Alright, so what I'm going to do with my forces here, this is going to be super brain. Let's get into a straight up line. I'm going to put them in a locked control group, and then I'm just going to give them one order, attack, and then just go into cinematic mode for the entire battle. We do have this here, Ruined Shelter, so that'll give us armor, melee defense, melee attack at the cost of speed. They've also got the Blessing of the Lady, so these are probably the Mistwalker abilities that you've got someone in prison for. We'll have a look at that on the campaign map afterwards. But yeah, this seems pretty good. Don't want to do it while we're advancing. Do that once they're already in melee. So what I want to do is just make sure that our guys are not the first into combat when I fight together. I will send our Lord over here as well, just to provide here... actually, not even... No, you know what? I'm not going to do anything. The only micro I'm going to do is I'm just going to make that one attack, and then I'm going to go into cinematic mode for the entire battle. But I can use Shift 1 to trigger this one here, so I don't have to come out of cinematic mode. They're already starting to shoot at us. I'm just waiting for my allies to get organized. They'll attack when they're good and ready. Come on, guys, let's go. Now, the AI Lords, they also have life wizards, but they've got like their full like tools of full spell list, right? If you really want the AI Lords to do just focusing on healing, you're best off actually not giving them their other spells. Obviously, Awakening of the Wood is something they have by default, but you don't have to give them Flesh to Stone or Dwellers Below if you don't want to. And they won't use spells that they don't have access to. Otherwise, they will use it. It's up to you which way you want to go about it. So, that's not even doing any damage to us, but our allies, they just aren't doing anything. It's weird. What if I move forward? Are they waiting for me? Come on, guys. You can't just corner camp here. You know, we don't have artillery. Come on, guys. Yeah, okay. Well, you can lead an AI to water, but you can't make it drink. Could you attack, please? After I just said that the AI performs pretty well with these melee-focused units, they're just... AI is turned off here. Maybe they're like, oh, we're wasting the enemy ammunition. That's what they're doing. Alright. Come on, guys. Wake up. They really need to have, like... they've woken up, but what they had in Medieval 2, right? A little thing on the side there that allows you to give basic orders to your allies. That was so good. I don't know why it's only in Medieval 2. Only some of them are going. This is why the auto resolve gave it a Pyrrhic victory, because it's like, well, the AI, you know, blur. Okay, here we go. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Alright, we'll go in. Lead by example, I guess. So yeah, in a locked control group, they'll stay in formation, and then they'll just attack the first thing that they can see. So now, I'll just go into cinematic mode, and I won't come out of it until the end of the battle. Restrict camera is really irritating for these Doomswarm battles, but yeah, it is what it is. The guy's playing on legendary difficulty. Can't turn it off. Yeah, okay, it looks like they're all finally waking up. It would have been good to have them all come in together, but I didn't want to do it. So yeah, you can see the AI Lords are just using whatever spells are available to them. Let's see how they're going against the things in the woods. What are they called? The incarnate elemental of beasts. Yep, they seem to be doing fine. They've already taken out one of them, I think. No, they've still got the three there. Oh, they're taking out the Thunder Barges well enough. Yeah, one of the problems that some entities have with attacking Thunder Barges is that if a Thunder Barge doesn't want to be in melee, which it never does, it'll just move away, and sometimes units just won't be able to actually launch an attack. They'll just like hump its rear, but it seems like the Knights of Torqueval don't have that problem because they've got multiple entities making the attack. But it's still a little bit derpy. See them starting to use their afterburners, or thunderburners, but that's not going to save them. Alright, the battle looks like it's pretty much over. 4 full stacks deleted in, what, 5 minutes? Less than that even? There must be a couple of unbreakable units that just haven't been affected by the army losses, because I doubt the army losses hasn't been inflicted for all 4 of the enemy armies. So I can tell these are my units here that have just like chased units that they initially attacked off the battlefield, and obviously I haven't given them contradictory orders to do otherwise. Alright, let's have a look. How'd we go? We didn't take any casualties. Thing is, the AI lords would have been healing our guys as well. Because don't forget, they've all got life bloom, so even if they're casting damaging spells, at least everybody on the battlefield, you know, allies that is, are going to be getting heals. So this is why life wizards are really good for anything that has like small numbers of entities, especially if you've got multiple pools of magic, because they weren't not drawing from our pool of magic. They've all got their own separate one. So we had, what, in total 500 winds of magic across our entire alliance. So I don't see any casualties there on any of them. You can see they were using the heal magic. Alright, let's have a look at the actual results though, because obviously being in cinematic mode we can really see what was going on. No casualties, and that was the AI doing stuff. And they didn't even coordinate together. And the auto resolve gave us a Pyrrhic victory. It's like, oh, you're going to take some casualties. Apparently not. And it only required 1 click, essentially, for us to win the battle. You know, all I had to do is give the command to attack. That's it. Alright, so now let's look into some other things that is making this particularly strong. Yeah, this is exactly what I was kind of expecting from this kind of campaign. Turn 234, really late campaign. Now, the thing I want to be looking at is this here. So this would be where you're getting the Mistwalker ability for this one here. Oh, whatever. None of this matters. Yeah, that's where you're getting this one from. But where did this come from? Ruin Shelter. I don't remember that. Have they just always had that? It's been a long time since I've played a late game Ivres campaign. Obviously, I played Ivres fairly recently, but I didn't get to the point of actually getting these ones. So they just have that by default. So has he got potentially access to another one here that he just hasn't? I'm not entirely sure. I remember in Warhammer 2, if you captured Grom and interrogated him, and then executed him, you would still keep his benefit for the Mistwalkers, even after he was returned to the battlefield, or returned to the campaign map. So that was interesting. Now, let's have a look at our settlements and see what's required in order to get these, basically. So, you need to have a Tier 5 Mistwalker Citadel, and that only increases the capacity of Knights of Torgaval by 1. You get a fair bit of capacity through here. Where's the unit capacity for them? Like I said, it's been ages since I've played this. None of these increase the capacity of them. So yeah, I actually have no idea what the base capacity is for the Knights of Torgaval. Maybe it's actually not that high. I have no idea. Could just be blind and missing it. Let's recruit a lord and see what his actual capacity is based on 295 settlements. So if we have a look here, capacity of them, he's recruited 72 out of 76 with no recruit costs. Right. So, yeah, you would need loads of these buildings in order, well, okay, recruitment cost minus 80% for Mistwalker units, so no recruit costs. Let me just have a look here. I'd imagine just about every single settlement would have to have one. Yeah. So in order to have 76, you would need, because you'd have one at least at base, you have to have 75 provinces that are built up to tier 5, which isn't that difficult to do as the high elves, because you can get a lot of global bonuses to growth. But yeah, this is very high effort, because I imagine most of you guys probably don't even play to this late stage of the campaign, let alone focusing that heavily on Knights of Torgaval. So yeah, super strong. This may have been actually the strongest Doom Swarm that we've seen so far, just because we walked out of it completely unscathed without having to do anything. No micro whatsoever. Just had to make sure that our reinforcements gave the enemy enough time to get set up. Because yeah, if we show up on the borders and they're showing up at the same time, from the same location, we win because we got melee troops. They don't get a chance to use their missile units at all. I mean, we win anyway, but they don't get a chance to use their units properly. Alright guys, well that's the end of this one. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this particular Doom Swarm. Whether or not you'd consider building it in your own campaigns. And also what other Doom Swarms you like seeing. I still don't want to prioritize Doom Swarms over disaster battles, but sometimes we just don't get sent in that many disaster battles for whatever reason, and I can't make videos on disaster battles I don't have, basically. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.